Hours and ain't nothing they can do. Well, I advise you keep it tight, like lemon in your eye, and let your spiritual one open. Feel it soaking, briefly breeze through the limelight, and out the scene at the same time. Today they wanna run fight, tomorrow they wanna gun you down on the ground with the barrel in the back of your brain cell, walls to membrane. Mucus thicker than peanut butter and jelly stains is what a jealous eye sees. I don't live in vain. I went from God body to humane society. Wants me underground, but I'm original. Royalty, sound circulation seeps through the cracks of the streets where my larynx flexes power flows till it goes numb. Prophets roam around the road in 80 days from LA. X amount of days through the UK, Asia to Africa, coming back standing strong, tall like a pyramid. Experience so much more than a rapper. You probably ripping paper when you're writing, boy. So give me the mic so I can check it, smack the crap out of someone and say, well, fool, this ain't no American Idol, but I don't have nothing but love, food, clothes, shelter, family. You know where that can go, so don't.
Yo. All over the world, we about to go. Truth is coming out, that's what you need to know. Blacks and Hispanics is the Israelites you need to know. You ain't never gonna hear this from a pastor though. You done ended in the den with some lions. You done ended in the den with some lions. You done ended in the den with some lions. Think you coming in here with your sin, don't even try me on the mission. Telling Israel to repent before you come in. Every city on the corner in your hood is where you finding us. Casting out imaginations, Christians might not like it, but we raising up an army exceedingly, we are rising up. We all about the mission, we living until the kingdom come. These stories are lacking knowledge, so that's what we here to give them up. Listen to the people, cause although we have no equal, we out here living so evil and comfortable living feeble. All over the world, we about to go. Truth is coming out, that's what you need to know. Blacks and Hispanics is the Israelites you need to know. You ain't never gonna hear this from a pastor though. You done ended in the den with some lions. You done ended in the den with some lions. You done ended in the den with some lions. Think you coming in here with your sin, don't need to try.
Mic check, mic check. Oh yeah. We back. Let's get it. We live in the den with some lions. I don't see the live on the YouTube.
Whitlock.
Yeah, old Whitlock. He
Whitlock
popped his head up.
Yeah.
Hey,
Come on.
Are we on YouTube, y'all?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, hey, shalom, everybody. Y'all know what time it is.
That's right.
It's Sunday, 7 p.m., and you are now tuned into the LIONZ Den radio show.
That's right. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
All right. Let me see. I'm trying to click on it. It won't pop up. So, before we get into it, because I'm trying to get it.
We got another member.
I'm trying to get it peeled up.
Another Benjamin.
We're gonna see how everybody week was. Hey, shout out to Birmingham, Alabama. The Bible Belt or the Bible Unchained? I think it's Bible Belt Unchained.
Bible Belt Unchained.
That's right.
Great show, great first show. All praise to the Most High. If y'all don't tune in to that every week. They'll be coming on at 4. I think they came on at 4 o'clock. Leading up to our show, so we're gonna keep this thing rolling. You got Patient Saints,
right?
You got our hidden history.
Right.
Now you got the Bible Unchained. Raven and Wolves come back strong, you know.
Right.
Deacon Malachi will be back soon.
Right.
Then you got LIONZ Den. Then you got Wisdom Crieth Out.
That's right.
Then you got the 11th hour. So we got shows literally the whole day.
Praise to the Father.
The whole day. On top of street teaching, on top of classroom.
Right.
So the word is going forth. All praise to the Most High. If you saying you got a question or I can't find nobody to learn with,
That's a damn lie.
That's a lie.
Right.
It's funny. We was in
San Antonio
yesterday. I saw 4 different camps out there. I said all praises. Hey, it's all praises, but then it's at the same time. Some of the camps, they in order. That's good. Then you still got the vagabond Jews out there by themselves with 3 or 4 brothers. It's like, bruh,
A bunch of brothers.
why would you be out there by yourself? You see all these different Israelite organizations.
Right.
Join, but you know what the problem is? Our people want to be the head poobah.
Right.
You open up a shoe stop, I don't want to work with you. I want to open up my own shoe store.
Right across the street.
Yeah, right across the street,
Correct.
sell the same color, same everything.
Stop being a damn fool.
Black people don't understand the power of unity.
Right.
But it is good that we have, like I said, I'm not mad at the brothers that if you got leaders that's been around and y'all got your own thing, all praises. But you young men trying to start something and you don't know a damn thing, it don't make sense. It don't make sense. So before we get into the show, today's class show is titled Judgment and the Haters of God. Judgment and the Haters of God. We're going to show the Most High been doing a marvelous work on this earth. And a lot of our haters have been showing their heads. They've been rising up, speaking evil, and we're gonna deal with it.
Right.
But before we get into it, Officer Liaison, how was your week?
Hey, Shalom, Cap. Most High in Christ bless. Shalom, Israel. Terrific week. I had the privilege of speaking of unity, Cap, getting together with the brothers and upgrading our sanctuary. All praise to the Lord.
Right. All praises.
Definitely doing that, and there's a different feeling when you do it for the congregation, for the flock of the Most High God.
Right.
And from that point forward, hey, put the word out and continue to do the work, sir.
Hey, and obviously, there's a time you probably couldn't even walk straight with your back,
At
right?
all, sir.
Now you able to put in bricks.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
that's the Most High. That's the Most High because you're diligent doing it for the right reasons. So all praise to the Most High for that. Officer Daniel, how was your week?
Hey, it was a good week this week. All praise to the Most High. We had a good day yesterday. We did a career event.
Right.
So that was dope.
Fire.
I got to talk to a lot of people within the body that you don't normally get to sit down and talk to, find out how they can contribute, their skill set. So it was dope. It was a really good event yesterday. So all praises for that.
All praises. Also, rough week, man. 4-1, knocked out the first round again.
They got more time.
What happened, sir?
Got more time to push that word. All praise to the Most High.
While that was happening, we was working on the float. You know what I'm saying? All praises to the Most High. Nah, my highlight, same thing, man. Whenever you get a chance to serve the people, the brothers came together. And like you said, coming together to the school to, put the floors together, you really see brothers that have certain skill sets that you didn't know before. Brothers coming out the woodworks with certain skills, different trade skills, and being able to, help us out with that project, man. It showed, that brothers do have the skill sets to help us out with this work. So all praise to the Most High, man.
And I gotta say this, officer, if I could.
Yeah, go ahead.
When we suffer together, we grow together. So we'll get frustrated about certain things, about the floor, maybe not the right angle, the right cut, but we made it through. We pushed through together, and that's what builds what we have today.
Yep, all praise. Yep, got the job done, so all praise to the Most High. That was my highlight. To see the congregation come in. God dang.
Yeah.
All right. I guess that's it. Yeah, get the hand clap.
They sped you up.
Yeah. Move on.
Wrap that
You got bounced.
All righty. Yeah, that's it for me, I guess.
Cap, how was your week?
Was all right, Cap. I seen your little movie.
What you talking about?
The greatest movie.
Shout out to the good bishop. Because
Oh, yeah.
What are you
I
talking
watched
about?
Bishop commentary. I seen
Sinners.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
what you talking about? I ain't made no movie. Was it good?
movie.
Wait.
I gotta
He's a coon. This guy's the coon.
I watched this out to the good bishop. After his commentary,
Then you got it.
I seen it in a different light.
Okay.
I was gonna give it a C+.
Damn.
After his commentary, I said, you know what? It was the heavy commentary. Give it a B+.
So Bishop had to open your eyes.
He did. I mean, a lot of stuff. I was gonna call it Jim Crow Blade.
Damn.
I was gonna call it as a Jim Crow Blade. But, hey, the bishop came, so I was like, you know what? Hey, Coonery need to pay him. The way he broke that thing down, bro, you need to watch the movie and the that needs to be together,
Right.
Because it's like,
Well, dang, I just started on the comments. I got to finish. Now you make me
bro,
want to.
he do it. It's
So
almost
Bishop
like it's crazy. I'm like, man, was Cougar thinking that
Right.
the way the bishop brought it out? Because I'm just
Right.
like, it's almost like, how did he watch the movie?
Now let me ask you this:
one time and be able to break
in the
that stuff.
commentary, the bishop going to when you get bitten, you turn into John 3:16 in Christianity or no?
Kind of, sort of, a little bit, a little bit.
Okay.
'Cause the part when he got to the part about it was dope. At the end, when the brother started quoting scripture in the water and they didn't do nothing, it's like Christianity. I don't mean nothing.
Right.
I mean nothing to the demons at all. They're quoting that scripture.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
See it. He don't want to hear it. Hey, check it out. It's a good.
Oh, you ain't seen the movie yet? Hey, that's your fault, bro.
Yeah,
It's been 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks. I'm ready to tell the whole entire movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
The bishop was funny. He kept saying I wasn't going to tell the movie, but he told everything. Except for the last part. But it was
Yeah, it was fire.
good movie. I give it a B.
Hey, you know what? We got to do a short commentary. Pull up. Hey, type in Sinners. What's the name of the dude? The fat boy. When the fat boy trying to get into the
The bouncer.
when he trying to the bouncer. When he trying to get into. I just want to give because I was thinking on this movie while we was on the plane, and I was just thinking on scripturally sinners. You got Psalms 1 and 10, Proverbs 1 and 10. If sinners entice thee, follow not the way up to them.
Yeah.
Go to that scene. Yep. Go to that scene. I'm gonna talk over it while we doing this. But this is a excellent example of the vampire to me was Christianity. And when they bit you, they wanted everybody together, and you lose your racial identity. You lose your racial identity. We all can be one. We all together. Watch what happens to this man who was at one time a slave. He was a slave. He was a sharecropper when he got bit. Watch what he said his mission was. Y'all got it? Come on.
Let's go. Just step aside and let me on in now.
Now this after he got bit.
Why you need him to do that?
Why you need him to do that? Okay.
You big and strong enough to push past us?
Right. That's us. Pause.
Too polite.
That's the black man here in
He
America.
done got docile.
Right.
Cornbread.
There you go.
Cornbread.
And remember
That's heavy.
when he got picked up, and I think it was Smoke or Stack, whichever, when they was talking to him, he was ready to fight him.
Yeah.
He was ready to fight him. But
yeah.
now, since he's bit with Christianity, now he lost his powers.
Right.
He docile, like Captain brother. Go ahead, press play.
Right now, would it, Miss Annie? I don't know why I'm talking to you anyway. Smoke.
Don't talk to him. You talking to me right now. Why you can't just walk your big ass up in here without an invite? Huh?
Watch what he say when he asked him what a mission was.
Admit to it.
Admit to what?
That you dead.
So you
Pause.
listening to this?
That's what black people always do. We tell, bro, you love the white man.
Right.
The white man's the devil. What? Ah, come on, man. I love my people. Go ahead, press play.
Now we out here playing.
Here we go.
games,
Here we
telling
go. Watch
ghost
this.
stories
This
in
keep
place
up.
of doing what we ought to do.
Right, doing what we ought to do. Watch what he said we ought to do.
And what is it we supposed to be doing?
What? Pause. What is it we supposed to be doing? We supposed to be recovering the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel.
That's right.
Right.
Remember the juke joint was for our people.
Yeah,
He set it up for them.
Right.
Watch what he say. Go ahead.
That's heavy.
Being kind to one another.
Pause.
Wow.
That's Christianity. That is Christianity. We're supposed to be kind to one
Love
another.
everybody.
We're supposed to love everybody.
All one people.
Meanwhile, once you get that invite, you get bit, you're dead.
Destroyed.
You're dead. You're destroyed. Go ahead, press play.
Heavy.
Polite. Now we is one people.
That pause.
And we shouldn't go.
You see that? Who's talking? Is that him talking? Or is that the vampire talking?
Vampire.
That's the vampire talking.
Right.
He don't forgot everything. All right, take it off the screen. I see Daniel. He about to cry.
Stop showing it.
Yeah, man.
That looks good.
Though, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Sneak
does Kugler know something? 'Cause
Right,
everything
right.
y'all you touch on and the bishop touched on, I was like, that's dead on. He had to be going for that perspective in the movie.
Right.
But
Man.
What was that? Cornbread was his name?
Yeah, cornbread. So that was one thing that was on my mind when I was watching that and thinking, like you said, I got to finish Bishop's commentary because I know he brought out some stuff. Just the fact I watched the part where he brought out the sins that everybody was in, and I think I stopped there. So I'm gonna finish it tonight, Lord's will.
I got to take one part. He go into the part with the Chinese lady.
Uh-huh.
When she was trying to get her people back. Yeah, you're leaving the show.
He's left.
When he was trying to get her people back,
Right.
she what did he say? Oh, she didn't care about the black folks no more. All she cared about was her husband,
Right.
and the daughter.
Right.
So we broke down how they had a shop in our neighborhood.
Yep.
I was like, dang, that's spot on. That's real spot on. But at the end of the movie, she didn't give a damn about the black people.
No,
What she
she
cared
didn't
about
care.
was her husband and her daughter.
And notice when he went to the shop, all it was about was the money.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, tell her to come over here, give me the
Yeah.
money, how much it costs, all that.
Yep.
And that's the only reason why these nations deal with us.
Yep.
I'm in a group chat right now with a brother. He's a multimillionaire. And he's on that pull yourself up by the bootstraps. I did it. Why can't you do it?
Right.
All white people ain't bad. That's the mindset. But y'all don't understand. Don't think that your ability to bring them profit means you're accepted.
Right.
The second you're not able to benefit them, they don't give a damn about you. They're going to throw you to the side. So don't think you special. You not special. All right? You just like everybody else. But right now, you got a talent that they can make money off of.
Benefit.
So,
Cap, that reminds me of the movie, was it Don't Be a Menace? Hurry Up and Buy? That whole
there
thing.
you go.
Asians,
There you go.
Same thing.
There you go. Hurry up and buy. Hurry up and buy. So, let's get into it. But before we do, I want to recap what we did last week. I sent y'all them videos. Hopefully, y'all downloaded them already. And then I want to show what we was at yesterday. All right, IT, y'all got them videos? There we go. Good.
Let's go. One of the things we got to show is light. We got to show our people the light that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, so-called, can come together and unify and be in order.
We're in Orlando, Florida, here in the Puerto Rican Day Parade, teaching the blacks and Hispanics.
We got to certain intersections where we're going to be able to teach our people a specific message, crisis complexion, and how that matches with the so-called Latinos. But the people were chanting with us, blacks and Hispanics, crying out the same thing. I heard them say hallelujah.
And there was a point we was getting overwhelmed with the noise, the music going on. The officer did not give up. You heard the conviction, the strength in his voice.
All praise.
Praise it.
Go to the next one. Pause. Hey, Esau was on one last week. Yeah. This dude right here was what's the name of it? What's the name of Paul Blart Markop? That was him. He was riding that bike to every doggone campsite trying to shut it down. So shout out to you, Esau. Wow. We appreciate you for showing your true colors. Right. We know y'all the devil. Go ahead, press play.
They gon' burn for Memorial, I gotta stand strong for my nation. Saints right here, we patient. Hating ass niggas still trying to stop the movement, get swallowed up just like Coonery.
Hey, Shalom, Most High Christ bless. Hey, it's Captain Mattathias here in sunny Orlando, Florida, here for the Puerto Rican Day Parade. Hey, we got camps. We got 7 different camps out here throughout downtown Orlando. We participated in the parade. Thousands upon thousands of our people are letting our people know that we are the Israelites, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, that we need to come together and unite in these last days. Hey, so stay tuned. There's a lot of work to be done. 12 tribes worldwide. And with that, we say shalom.
Oh, praise. Go to the next. Go to the next.
You better shut your...
Porque ellos no son los 12 tribus de Israel. Ustedes boricuas son los israelitas.
Right.
Los mexicanos son israelitas.
Right.
Los dominicanos son israelitas.
Right.
Que cuando nosotros tenemos el reino, no va a haber violencia en nuestras tierras. En Israel va a haber paz. Va a haber paz en Israel. Israel, ¿quién es el rey? ¿Quién es el rey? ¿Qué color es? ¿Qué color es? ¿Quién somos? ¿Quién somos? Jesucristo. No es blanco.
That's right.
Yes, Jesus is not a white man.
Yes.
I think that was it for the promos from last week, right? IT. One more. Play that one.
Say yes.
Yes. Okay. So that was last week. Give me Jeremiah 50 and 33. A lot of people don't understand.
Let's go.
They don't understand Romans 11. They don't understand Ezekiel 37.
Right.
Both of these are speaking about the so-called blacks and the so-called Hispanics coming together. Those are the two kingdoms. Those are the Jews and Gentiles. Those are the Greeks and Jews. It is those primarily nations coming together. It's not talking about all nations on the earth. Understand that. Y'all got that?
Yes, sir.
Read that.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
The reason why we can go to a Hispanic, a Latino, Latinx, whatever you want to call yourself, white non-Hispanic or white Hispanic, The reason why we can go to your neighborhoods, your countries, your cities, and teach the same gospel and not have to change it is because we went through the same oppression.
Right.
We went through the same exact oppression. Slavery, colonization, language taken, heritage taken, culture taken. Right. All of us went through the same thing.
Jim Crow.
They had Juan Crow. Yep. All the same things. We went through it. So understand, if you are a Hispanic man watching, we the same people.
Absolutely.
Right.
We just got a different shade of brown. That's it. But we are the same people and we go through the same things.
That's right.
All right. Read.
Absolutely. The children of Judah and the children of Israel were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast.
What'd they do?
Held them fast.
They held us fast. The same way they treat us is the same way they treat y'all. They want to keep us in an oppressive state. That's why every time they talk about deporting Northern Kingdom, they be like, well, we got to make sure we don't take, because a lot of them, they do a lot of these jobs and, you know, so on and so forth. Same thing with the black man. Try to get rid of the blacks, Jamaicans, and Haitians here in America.
Right.
And watch how fast this economy will crumble. They talk about it all the time. Why don't you go back? Well, why don't you pay for it?
Correct.
They deport Northern Kingdom, but they ain't lifted a finger yet to deport all the black people here.
Bring it out.
Because this place would be dry. It would be dry very, very quick.
Right.
Play the next promo. So this is from San Antonio yesterday.
Oh, yeah, I was getting ready to say, what? Boss Hog, the boss of the North.
We waking them up, ain't no hitting the snooze. Pick apart your religion, I know that you choose. Part ways with the devil, I rose to a level. They counting me out while I'm counting the cost. And I'm cold like the frost on your window and dead of the winter. I know that they send a pretenders inspired.
Hey, Shalom, Israel, Most High Christ bless. So we out here in San Antonio, Texas for the so-called fiesta. We call it the Fiesta Blitz. Why? Because our people come out here in record numbers. It's expected to be about 500,000 so-called Hispanics, Latinos, or the Bible calls them the Northern Kingdom of Israel. They come out here in wickedness to be drunk and revel and whoremongering. But what? We use this opportunity to what? To show our people unity, show our people strength, show our people hope, give them faith. What? That the Most High God is fighting for our people. And this is not our custom. This is not our culture. Our history, our inheritance is the Bible, the laws, statutes, and commandments. So we're here to wake our people up. 12 tribes worldwide.
Oh, that's Isaiah 62 and 1, please. All right. So another week, another blitz. And they got another blitz tomorrow right now in Chicago. We all over the world, man. And then we got another blitz taking place. I can't tell you where we at, but we on the other side of the earth getting it in as well. You got that?
Isaiah chapter 62 and verse 1. For Zion's sake.
For what?
For Zion's sake. Will I not hold my peace.
For Zion's sake will I not hold my peace. Read.
And for Jerusalem's sake.
And for who?
Jerusalem's sake.
Not for all people's sake. For Jerusalem's sake. Read.
I will not rest.
I will what?
I will not rest.
So we understand you brothers are tired. We understand you sisters are tired. Guess what? Our forefathers said they would not rest. Read.
Until the righteousness thereof go forth as brightness, and the salvation thereof as a lamp that burneth.
So until Israel is where we supposed to be at, we ain't supposed to be resting. Right. You ain't supposed to be sleeping in. That's like Jalil say, he ain't taking no naps.
Right.
That ain't what we here for. We here until Jerusalem is a praise on the earth.
That's
verse
right.
2.
Verse 2. And the Gentiles shall see thy righteousness, and all kings thy glory. And thou shalt be called by a new name, which the mouth of the Lord shall name.
Jump down to 6.
Verse 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls.
You see that? He said watchmen. That's why we go to every different event where our people are at. And we outside crying and sighing for what? The sins of our people. Right. We are the watchmen to correct them. Read.
I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace.
Hold on, which what?
Which shall never hold their peace.
Which shall never hold their peace. Meanwhile, your pastors are making agreements and contracts with the politicians of the world, with different businesses of the world to what? Be quiet, to be in agreement with what y'all got going on. Read.
Shall never hold their peace day nor night.
Day nor night. Read.
Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence.
Read.
And give him no rest.
And do what?
Give him no rest.
Don't give the Lord no rest. Read.
Till he establish and till he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth.
You see that? Now, why don't it say all people? It says Jerusalem a praise in the earth.
Right. That's
because
right.
God is only concerned with the Israelites. Understand that. So,
hey, Cap.
Yeah.
Hey, this goes back to what you was talking about earlier with the different radio shows.
Right.
How there's not a space in time where the truth is not coming out.
There you
like
go.
you said, you got the radio show after radio show. Just when you think it's a break, there's always, the prophet's always looking for another opportunity to teach the word. The different blitzes, whatever event that comes forth in every city we at. When there's a shooting that takes place in the city, we there, right? So all praise to the Most High, man. It's a lot of work
something
to
like
do.
that we need to be at, because what the hell they got? What the hell they got the party for right now?
Correct.
Like, what is Northern Kingdom celebrating right now?
Yep.
The white man say, "Yeah, go ahead and have a little wetback party," and y'all getting deported left and right.
Right after the party.
Right.
That is crazy. They have nothing to be. They just sleep. Just like Judah, they sleep.
Our people, they in the same. Hey, listen, I said the same thing. The fiesta is actually the celebration of the white man defeating them.
Correct.
Wow.
And they go out there and celebrate it.
That's correct.
It's the same thing as July 4th.
Yep.
Imagine.
Really?
It's the same thing. If black people celebrate July 4th.
Right.
But imagine instead of them beating the British, they beat an African nation. That we know was the tribe of Israel.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what they doing out there. So we the same people.
Hey, Cap,
we
there
are
was
the same people.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, go ahead.
There was a Issacharite that had a boxing match last night. All right, he's a very well known athlete.
Right.
And he keeps on hanging on to this date, Cinco de Mayo. May 5th is when he fights,
Wow.
which helps prolong what Esau has established.
Wow.
That right there.
He always fight on May 5th.
Correct.
Right.
Wow.
May 5th and September. That's all he fights.
Yeah, that's the only days.
Yes.
To honor his people.
Correct. To honor the what is it called? The liberation of Mexico, and then Cinco de Mayo to celebrate what they have as far as their traditions.
Damn.
Then after that, you got what, Juneteenth? That's
Yep.
coming around the
Juneteenth,
corner,
correct.
right? When we're so-called liberated, but
Yep.
it's the same exact thing. We in the trick bag, man. It's
There
crazy.
you go. There you go. So let's get into the show, y'all. As y'all know, Bishop Nathaniel declared war on France and an attack on the king. Attack on the king's men is an attack on the king.
That's right.
So guess what? We've been prophesying against France, and the Lord answered our prayers as he always does.
That's right.
A lot of y'all think we've been playing. A lot of y'all think we've been playing when we tell y'all what's about to come. Who was that? Deacon Malachi brought it out. He said, mark me.
Yep.
Mark me. Destruction coming to France. Go ahead. Hey, take the call. Hey, Shalom, caller. What's your name? Question, comment. Where you calling from?
Hey, Shalom, leadership. My friend Christ bless.
Hey.
E-Hood calling in.
E-Hood.
Yes, sir. You know I gotta do my weekly call. All praise for the Lions Den.
All praise, all praise.
Yes, sir. Shalom, Most High Christ bless.
Most High Christ bless. Get the phone lines jumping for us. So the phone lines is open. Call in. Appreciate you for calling in, E-Hood. So,
all right, go to Isaiah 45:4 on something you said. I don't know if people was looking
Come on!
on what you just said. Isaiah 45 and verse number 4.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 45 and verse 4.
Let's go!
For Jacob, my servant's sake, and Israel, mine elect.
Israel, mine elect. So what he said, attack on the king's men is attack on the king?
right.
An attack on the Israelites, you attacking Christ and the Most High.
There you go.
That's the king's men that we're talking about. We are the king's men. So you want to attack us? The Most High gonna have something to pay.
There you
He's
go.
gonna have recompense
That's
for
it.
y'all.
There you go.
Hope y'all heathens recognize that. Keep messing with us, and you see what's gonna happen. You better keep messing with Ishmael.
Right.
Right.
Leave us alone.
They finna find out real quick with what Ishmael gonna do. It's already written what they gonna do.
Right.
They see what God gonna do to them, but they don't believe it. They don't truly believe it, but they gonna find out. Go ahead, press play on that first video. Press play. So this is in France.
A major hailstorm hit Paris and several cities in the Ile-de-France region. A worsening rainstorm was expected in the afternoon of Saturday, May 3rd, in the capital after several days of intense heat. Several days of unseasonable heat across portions of Europe broke in spectacular fashion this weekend as a line of severe thunderstorms swept across northern France. A major hailstorm rolled through the heart of Paris on Saturday afternoon, forcing residents and tourists alike to flee the dramatic thunderstorm. Much of Europe has endured above-seasonal temperatures for the past few days as a strong ridge of high pressure settled over the region. The United Kingdom likely experienced its warmest ever start to May. Paris Charles de Gaulle Airport recorded a high of nearly 29 degrees Celsius on Thursday and 27 degrees Celsius on Friday, which was more than 5 degrees Celsius above seasonal for this time of year, according to Météo France. A cold front slid across the English Channel to start the weekend, sending temperatures plummeting in short order as it pushed over northern France. The lift of the cold front, combined with the instability of the warm...
So you see, hey, bring them scriptures out you had also inspired.
Yes, sir.
Hey, this hadn't happened. This hadn't happened in like 3 years.
Yeah.
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah.
I said,
Fire.
Paris experienced a hailstorm. This event would have been the most recent instance in Paris before... hail in Paris region before May 3rd. Additionally, there were severe hailstorms in June 2022, 2025. So this hadn't happened in 3 years.
All right.
So it ain't no coincidence.
Yep.
Fire. All praises. Hey, yeah, go to 2nd Ezra chapter 16, because like Cap said, hey, Deacon Malachi brought out the word. You know what I'm saying? He gave his word. He said, mark my words. This is they're showing you that these are the prophets back on the earth. He already knew what the Lord was going to do. Hey, read 2nd Ezra 16 and start at verse 14.
Yes, sir. 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 14.
Yes, sir.
Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth.
Right. It says the plagues are sent. I'm a quick little story. I was showing my kids this on the TV earlier today, and I was showing my daughters how it was hell. She was like, "Daddy, is that the same thing that happened to Egypt?" I was like, "Yes, this is the plagues. The Lord is jacking up the nations." Right? Go ahead, read on.
Yes, sir. Verse 15.
Yep.
The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till I consume the foundation of the earth.
Right. Jump to verse 16, 17 is what we want.
Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward. Even so, the plague that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again.
Right, because this is of the Lord's hand, of the Lord's doing. Read on.
Woe is me! Woe is me! Who will deliver me in those days?
Right, jump to verse 19. So the Lord is showing us what happens when you deal with the children of Israel, right? You have France that banned us, dissolved us from keeping the commandments, from keeping the Sabbath days, right? From observing our laws. The prophets send up the prayers, the children of Israel, the righteous, right? Now let's see what the Lord did. Read that.
Verse 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment.
Right, they're sent as scourges for amendment, meaning what? As repayment to those that affect God's people, to those that harm the children of Israel. So that's what we're seeing. All praise to the Most High. You can read verse 20 as well.
Yes, sir. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness.
Right, go ahead.
Nor be always mindful of the scourges.
Right, so as you continue to see, these things are going to continually happen as we pray to the Lord for avengement of our enemies. But Esau will continue to show their wickedness until the Lord destroys them forever. All praises to the Most High.
Right. Play the next one. So this happened the week before.
Major power outage in Europe yesterday knocked out electricity in Spain, Portugal, and parts of France, disrupting the lives of millions. They're trying to restore it now. Chief Foreign Correspondent Ian Pennell has a story. Good morning, Ian.
Yeah, good morning, George. That's right. We're hearing that power is starting to be restored to all of those countries, people heading back to work, back to school. But it's been a period of unprecedented blackouts, shutdowns, and major...
Unprecedented.
Yes, sir.
So we had hell. Hell was one of the plagues, right?
Yep, that's
then
it.
the Most High brought darkness on the earth again. Yep. They thought they were like, nah, we got lights now. He couldn't do that today. Okay, watch this.
Hell no.
Go ahead, press play.
Overnight, emergency workers rushing to return power to millions after a massive outage hit Spain, Portugal, and parts of southern France. Overnight, cheers in Madrid, power finally returning after a day of disruption. Spain declaring a national emergency, the sudden outage bringing traffic to a standstill.
Trains halted on their tracks, 35,000 commuters needing to be evacuated. First responders racing to rescue people trapped in elevators. Some seen carrying this woman up to a 6th-floor apartment in her wheelchair. Airports in both Spain and Portugal filled with long lines as travellers were stranded for hours, like these passengers from Oregon.
You could see a lot of things got backed up all of a sudden when they must have canceled a bunch of flights at one time.
The outage causing the Madrid Open tennis tournament to be suspended. US star Coco Gauff caught off mid-sentence when the power went out, posting this video showing a darkened locker room.
All it is just the emergency light right here. But over here, no power where the showers are.
So now the investigation begins into what caused this unprecedented crash. Good news for tennis fans. The Madrid Open is going to be back on and Coco Gauff back on court. Guys,
So that's just parts of France, right? I looked it up. So the whole France had a major blackout in 1978. So this is parts of France, right? Look at this parts. Additionally, in 2006, an overloaded power network in Germany caused electricity cuts across parts of France. So not since 2006, since parts of France had a blackout.
Right.
Wow.
Yep.
Ain't no coincidence.
19 years.
Hey, and y'all know what happens. Y'all ever seen those UFO videos?
Yeah.
What happens when the UFOs come over the all the power goes out?
Yep.
It's always a power. So this is just a small taste. What's gonna happen when the Lord invade America, the world with his troops, and all the power go out? It's gonna be overwhelmed. I'm telling y'all don't understand. That's why they call it the Most High, the King of Terrors. Give me that wisdom of Solomon.
That's right.
16 and start at verse 15.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. This is judgment. This is judgment. Yeah, you can put it on the screen. Y'all can put that video on the screen.
Panicking.
All right. This is small. This is something small. Just let it play while we read the scripture. Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16 and verse 15. But it is not possible to escape thine hand.
It's not possible to escape the judgment. Right. When you touch the apple of the Lord's eyes, understand judgment is coming. Read.
For the ungodly.
For the what?
For the ungodly.
These people are ungodly. How ungodly are they? That they banned the Bible. They said fringes is a problem. Dressing modestly is a problem. Keeping the Sabbath day is a problem. The French man is ungodly. Read.
That denied to know thee.
They what?
That denied to know thee.
Because how do you know God? By keeping the commandments. Read.
Right. Were scourged by the strength.
They were what?
They were scourged by the strength of thine arm.
They were scourged by the strength of the Lord's arm. Taking your power, sending down hailstorms. Read.
With strange rains.
With what?
With strange rains.
With strange rains. They said it ain't been that hot. Then it came cold the next day, and what happened?
Hails.
What?
Hails.
Hails. Whenever you see hail, you should get a little alert. The Lord don't send down hail every day.
Right.
Most of the time, you see
not that
rain.
big either. Not that big.
You see rain, you see snow, you see thunder, you see lightning.
Right.
Those are kind of normal. When you see hail, understand that's the Most High God in action.
Right.
Read.
Hails and showers.
Read.
Were they persecuted?
Hold on. Were they what?
Were they persecuted?
This you can't. How you gonna fight against hail? Right. How you gonna fight against fire?
Right.
That's why these other nations talking about we violent. We ain't got to be violent.
Right.
Because our God is the creator of violence.
That's right.
When he used the earth against you, how you gonna fight against that?
Elements.
Right. When you shoot a missile up in the air, he just swallowed up with the sky. What you gonna do? The element just compress it. Boom.
Right.
It's gone. Y'all ever seen Magneto? You try to he just folds stuff up.
Effortless.
That's how the Most High gonna do to his weapons.
That's right.
Trying to shoot guns you gonna try to shoot gun at the Most High?
Right.
Okay. Go ahead.
Were they persecuted that they could not avoid?
They can't avoid it. Read.
And through fire were they consumed.
And fire they gonna be consumed. Read.
For which is most to be wondered at? The fire had more force in the water that quencheth all things.
That quencheth all things. This the key part.
For the world fighteth for the righteous.
Hold on. For what?
For the world fighteth for the righteous.
The world fights for the righteous. So we don't gotta be violent.
Right.
You know, you got a boss that just sit back and he let his minions handle stuff.
Right.
That's us. The world, the elements, the sun, the moon, the stars. That's what's fighting for us. As it always has been.
Right.
Remember, Egypt Frogs is the earth. Plagues is the earth. The blood in the water is the earth.
Flies.
Darkness, flies. That's what the Most High going to use the most basic things. Because remember, all their technology, they just try to mirror what the elements of the earth already does. But you can't do it.
The meteorologist couldn't track that
There
one.
you go. There you go. So all praise to the Most High.
That's a whole new level, Cap, to power with God.
Right.
Israel.
There you go. There you go.
That's heavy.
So y'all had anything else on that before we go?
And that goes back to what we say time and time again from every show is like, why are you trying to take up arms?
Right.
The Lord can do
There you go.
100 times worse than what you could do with your little pea shooter. Like,
there you go.
But what you gonna do when you run out of ammo? You know what I'm saying? Like, they empowered to do these things. The Lord set them up. But all we gotta do is put our trust in the Lord, man. The Lord's gonna handle everything for us.
That's it. So, let's go to number 4. So our friendly, our good neighbor of IUIC, Jason Whitlock, he reared his head again this week, doing what he do. He one of these cool. Damn. Let's read that headline.
I didn't see this. This is interesting. Yeah.
Jason Whitlock. Predictably hated sinners.
So it says predictably because this guy is a coon. That's why it was so amazing that he actually interviewed Bishop.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Like, how did we get him to interview the Bishop? All right, Jason Whitlock predictably hated sinners. Read.
Yes, sir. Hated sinners, saying it promotes a message that the white people are the devil.
So he was mad that it showed that the white man is the devil. So he was able to see that with his spiritual eyes.
Yeah.
That the vampire man, he saw it.
He
saw it, but he ain't willing to accept it. Let's read some of this article.
Yes, sir. Unless you have been without internet service over the last few weeks, you know that moviegoers are still buzzing and gushing over Ryan Coogler's genre-bending horror film, Sinners. Not only is the film a commercial and critical success, but it's a movie with enough depth and messaging that it has kept reviewers, content creators, and general fans coming through with fresh takes, analysis, and discussion prompts, compounding the word of mouth momentum it had already enjoyed.
So, what we getting at is this movie is out there. We say this all the time. Art imitates life.
Right.
And this is one of the few movies that showed you a lot of things. If you had your spiritual eyes open, it showed you exactly. I gotta do it. It showed you the white man is the devil. Why? Why did it show that? The first thing, I'm gonna give you just 2 examples. They sold him the juke joint, right? They sold him the juke joint, and he said, "Hey, don't come back on this property."
Right.
You wake up in the morning, they coming back to kill him. Showing you what? Don't trust this man. And y'all think that's just in movies they did that? No, they did that all the time. Give me that in Sirach about never trust thine enemies. So this is the first thing. And who does that? The devil does that. The white man did that all the time. He'll make a deal with you, come back, kick you off your land, and you can't do nothing about it.
Right.
Go ahead.
The book of Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
Do what?
Never trust thine enemy.
In the movie, it shows you that. It showed you that in the regular world, and it showed you that in the vampire world. Because if you trusted them, that, you just going to die and everything going to be good. No. No. Once you got bit, you lost your identity, you lost your culture, you lost your heritage. And guess what? You had no rest. You were in torment for the rest of your life. Give me that in Ezra. About after death, they'll know about pain. Now, it'll look like everything's good.
Right.
But guess what? You remember at the beginning of the movie when it showed the white dude running into the house, right? And he on fire. He was on fire. He had that every single day. He's in damnation until the nighttime. But in the real world, you ain't gonna get no nighttime. It's just gonna be eternal fire forever.
That's
I want they gonna know it by death, by pain.
9
Second chapter 9 and verse 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case.
Then shall they be in a pitiful case. Read.
Which now have abused my ways. And they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torment.
They gonna what?
Dwell in torment.
You're going to live in torment. As always, the movie is gonna make it seem like it's bright.
Right.
But they showed you a little glimpse of what he really was feeling. He was on fire. They was chasing him as a vagabond, like it says in Job. Did Bishop bring it up?
I don't remember.
Northern Kingdom. It was Northern Kingdom that was chasing him.
He touched on that though. He touched on Gad chasing him.
Yep, Gad was chasing him. Give me that in Job real quick. Give me that in Job real quick. Job 20, I think. Let's go. Because that was an excellent scene, and that's biblical.
He definitely touched on that, but I can't remember what he said about that part.
Job 20. I want where we chased them into the.
You said something about Gad praying for them. Didn't Gad pray for them or something like that? Gad prayed or something like that.
30,
yeah.
And
let's start at verse 1.
Job 30?
Yep.
Yes, sir. Job chapter 30 and verse 1. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock.
This man is so evil, you don't even want him around your dog. Read.
Yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished.
Read.
For want and famine they were solitary.
They were solitary. He was by himself running around in the middle of Mississippi. Read.
Fleeing into the wilderness.
What he was doing?
Fleeing into the wilderness.
Was fleeing through cotton fields and ran up into a house. Read. Hit the bomb.
In former time, desolate and waste, who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat.
This is the key point right here. Read.
They were driven forth from among men.
They were what?
They were driven forth from among men.
That's what you saw in the movie. Gad was chasing them down, and he was running naked and ended up in a house.
Right.
That's what they showed you in the movie. Read.
Yes, sir. They cried after them as after a thief.
Right. They was running after him like he was a thief.
Right.
They was trying to get his ass.
That's right.
Trying to get him.
Right.
Almost got him. So, all right, let's leave that. Let's leave that. Go back to the article.
Yes, let's go back to it.
Yep.
It says, anyway, Jason Whitlock didn't like it.
Right. This movie, I think it's #1 on the box office right now. I got over $170 million it made. It generated.
I mean, Esau looking at it too.
Yep.
All praise.
There you go. But guess what? Even if Esau is looking at it, but when black people did it the first 2 weeks, because it was word of mouth through Jake, he was #1 by himself. But now, like you say, Esau always going to pay attention to what we paying attention to.
Right.
That's now it's going even further. But all praise. Go ahead.
Of course, it's not terribly surprising that America's worst sports analyst is also among its worst film critics.
Right.
And it's even more unsurprising that he hated a film that was rich in black folklore and culture.
You see that? He hated anything that's pro-black. Go ahead.
Even less surprising is the fact that Whitlock hated Sinners because he found it was really mean to white people.
Can you hear this man? He said it was mean to white people. Damn fool. It was mean to white people. Y'all, you can't make this stuff up. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, every movie on the earth is mean to black people.
Right.
Exactly.
Every single movie, we die first.
Yep.
We have no heroes.
First, last, like you said, not the hero. Crazy.
We always the enemy, the villain.
Hey,
Go ahead.
First to die in every horror movie.
Yep. Pull it back up.
Facts.
No, don't take it off. Go ahead.
All right, yes, sir. And what's even less surprising than all of that is that he's wondering where all the anti-black racism is in cinema is.
Wow.
That's
wow. He said it ain't no anti-black racism.
That's a damn lie.
Scroll down. Damn. Is that it? Okay, there we go.
Sinners was the most nakedly racist movie I have ever seen.
He said this movie was nakedly racist. Did he not miss the scene when the KKK was about to shoot up the building?
Right.
Was he not there
that didn't
when,
happen? That didn't happen?
What's his name? Cornbread was outside picking cotton.
Bring it out.
Yeah.
Where was he at? Was he asleep?
That didn't happen in history.
Wow. Wow. Was he not there when they was in the church worshiping white Jesus?
Nah, he wasn't.
Wow. This guy, man, is crazy. Go ahead. Keep reading.
Sinners was the most nakedly racist movie I have ever seen, Whitlock said. The movie's entire message is white people are the devil.
Now, pause. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. The movie was historically accurate. So because the movie is historically accurate, what does that show you? The white man is the devil.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
Exactly.
It is what it is. Who put us on slave ships and scattered us for hundreds of years? The white man.
Right.
Who took our name, culture, heritage, religion, the white man.
Right.
He's the man that did this.
Hey, I'm tripping because Blade was he didn't say that about Blade.
Correct.
It's just vampires. They didn't say nothing about nobody being the devil.
Right.
Well, that's what you can see through all the race and stuff like that.
Yeah, the crazy thing about it is, like you said, the only thing that was like folklore about the movie is the vampire part. Everything else was historically accurate. Like, it'll be different if the stuff was made up, like I was saying. But no, you can literally go back in history and see exactly the things that they put in the movie is 100% accurate.
He's not a man because he knows if he admits the truth, he's going to be held accountable to keep the commandments.
There's been many vampire movies out there with the white man playing the vampire. He never said that about that.
No.
Yep. Crazy. Because they said it in a real, like I said, in a real setting. Now you're like, hey, that ain't right. That's slavery going on right there. They out there with picking cotton and segregation. This is racist. Give me that Maccabees, 11 and 21.
Yes, sir.
Hated his own people. Come on. Jason Whitlock hate his own people. It's a shame.
Yep.
It's a damn shame.
First Maccabees 11 verse 21. Then certain ungodly persons.
This man is an ungodly man. Read.
Who hated their own people.
What does he do?
Who hated their own people.
Jason Whitlock hates his own people. You got a mostly black cast. You got a black director. You got a black star. And you say this is the most racist movie you ever seen. Unbelievable. This is why we can't move up the ranks as a nation of people. Because we got people like Jason Whitlock out here. Read.
Went unto the king and told him that Jonathan besieged the tower.
So this is an example. You're gonna have people that hate their own people and do whatever it takes to keep them down.
Cap, I think one of y'all mentioned it about probably how Ryan Coogler probably know a little something. Because you kind of see the same common theme in his movies. Like this one, you had the white man was the devil, right? You had Gad chasing him, right? So that means they was after him. Then you had Jake that was together, right? That was after that was against the devil. They didn't want him to come in, right? Remember, what was that? Black Panther? It was the first one. No, it's the second one I'm talking about. When they showed the Northern Kingdom version of them in slavery. And then, they was fighting against each other and they came together. I bet in the first movie, he probably didn't have a problem because Esau, remember, at the end, he was the savior. You know what I'm saying? How he saved Wakanda and all that. But yeah, man, all praises. This is crazy.
Hey, keep talking. IT, see if y'all can find that scene in Black Panther. Black Panther 2.
You know what I'm talking
about? Where it's a lot of oppression going on. Just say Black Panther 2 slavery scene, colonization, whatever.
Can we get Isaiah 13 and 14, I think it is. Because it goes back to what Kat was talking about. Yeah, 13 and 14. Because it goes back into that scene. Remember he was saying how the Gadites, the Indians, they were chasing them into the house. But you see, when Esau came amongst his own people, they looked out for him. So it's the same thing with us.
The sister kind of hinted at it too. Officer, when she was like, "Oh, look, it's my favorite colonizer." When he would walk into the laboratory in Black Panther, she kind of threw jabs at him.
But it's showing you that when it's them against us, they gonna come together, right? But when it's us, we can't see the unity within each other. We hate each other. We step on each other. But this is an example of what we're seeing right now with Jason Whitlock. Read that.
Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 14. And it shall be as the chased roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee everyone into his own land.
Right. So what Mr. Whitlock don't understand that when it's all said and done, when things get real, everybody gonna turn to their own people. You showing the hatred for your own people, but guess what? We the only ones that's gonna look out for each other.
That's right.
That's it.
Go scroll back to the article. Go back to the article and keep reading down.
Yes, sir. All right, it says, Sinners was the most nakedly racist movie I've ever seen, Whitlock said. Movie's entire message is white people are the devil.
That's all he got from it. Go ahead.
Where's the anti-black movie? Hollywood only lets the narrative spin one way.
Go ahead, you guys
there is an anti-black movie. It's an old movie called Birth of a Nation.
There you go.
And that movie was about a black man supposedly raping a white woman, and they lynching him, and all kind of, the Ku Klux Klan was born, all that stuff came out. So that was the most racist movie in history.
There you go. It literally is. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down.
I got to throw in the Passion of the Christ into that one.
Yeah, there you go, right.
Yeah.
Scroll down. Oh, there you go. Read that part right there. Whitlock.
Yes, sir. Whitlock. Whitlock is really so mad at Sinners that he's out here requesting a remake of D.W. Griffith's The Birth of a Nation.
This man wants to bring back Birth of a nation.
That's crazy.
It's gotta be fake news.
I didn't
bro.
even see
Is
that part.
crazy?
I didn't even see that
This is
part.
He talking about the original.
The original one, right?
Original, yeah. I'm not talking about the original.
The original one was racist as hell.
Yeah.
Just talking about. Scroll down. Was that it on that?
No, there's more.
All right, go ahead, read that.
Nah, this can't be real, bro.
First of all,
that's crazy.
Sinners takes place in 1930s Mississippi. So even if the film's core message was white people are the devil, which it is not, it wouldn't exactly be a message that wasn't rooted in the reality of that time.
Right.
But again, if Whitlock saw the movie and ignored every nuance that makes it a cultural phenomenon, the celebration of the blues, juke joint culture, African spirituality, the evolution of Black American music, and the mod to Irish folklore, among other things, just to focus in on the surface level reference to the Klan and the film's white and antagonist.
Right.
Remick, the Irish vampire, it's just an indication that he lacks the critical thinking capacity to offer a meaningful critique of anything art-related.
Scroll down, y'all. Come on, so we can see. All right, that was it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so pull up that scene, y'all. Y'all had it. I just see y'all went and got it. So look, this is another Ryan Coogler film. He has a similar theme of showing that our people being oppressed together.
Right.
Go ahead. So this is in Black Panther 2. I'm talking so we don't get jammed. So you see what's happening with Northern Kingdom. They went through slavery and oppression. He's showing this on a big movie.
Spaniards right there.
Right. Showing you the conquistadors taking over our people. See that? That's him as an adult. That's him as a child. See that? You got the Catholic priest.
Yeah, he called him the son of the devil.
Die by my hand. He called me Un niño sin amor. El niño sin amor. The child without love. And I took my name from there.
All praises.
That's right.
So
burn down the whole burn it down.
This is what's crazy. This is what's crazy.
Wow.
We so oppressed here in America. And when you look at that, if you looking at it, you in the world, you say, man, it's so bad. Why would you go against it? They're just trying to help you.
Right.
Say this just like black people. If we show a movie, you show a movie like freaking what's Sinners?
Yeah.
People go crazy.
Right.
People go crazy.
That's heavy.
If we showed a true Black Christ film with him coming back, stumping through the white man, as it says in Isaiah 63, people would go crazy.
Correct.
Right.
And you can preface that showing all the slavery, all the oppression, them cutting our babies open, them having raping us, robbing us, selling us. You can show all that at the start of the movie, and show what happens at the end, and people be like, "That's just so racist." They wouldn't get it.
That's crazy.
That is how freaking brainwashed we are here in America.
Anything that shows us in a positive light, because remember the movie with the Black Christ movie. The one that just came out. You see, they got
Book of Clarence.
Yeah, Book of Clarence. They got kicked back from that.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, anything that shows us in a positive light that we ain't no drug dealers, we ain't out here twerking, whatever it may be, it's a problem for some people. And it's always our people. Because remember, Ebony Magazine, when they showed Black Christ,
almost got
shut down.
Hey, read that last part of the article. I know we missed something.
Also, why is Whitlock, the living embodiment of that one Django Unchained meme, so damn dedicated to defending white people? Live action Uncle Ruckus has let his simple Simon-ass interpretation of Coogler's work get to him in such a dizzy that he's actually rebuking Hollywood. Because he believes it never lets the narrative spin toward innocent white good guys prevailing over evil, systematically racist black villains. This man is begging to pro-Klan fanfic, right? It says,
yeah,
fanfic. Scroll up. to make it to the big screen of a black film hadn't been largely confined to a stereotypical box for the overwhelming history of the American film industry. And as if there is any racial demographic that has been catered to by Hollywood as much as white audiences.
Everybody knows that's the case. There's a reason why Black Panther was so big.
Right.
It was the first black superhero. We was like, wow.
Right.
Finally, he ain't a drunk. What was the name of Will Smith when he was a superhero?
Hancock.
Hancock was like one of the first ones. You had Blank Man. You never had a black superhero. Blade had to be a vampire. You never could have somebody that was normal. But Smoking Stack was normal guys fighting against the white man.
Correct.
Black people won't never have nothing. What the hell is he talking about?
Handyman, y'all know about Handyman.
So I don't know what the hell he's talking about, bro. This is crazy. Jason Whitlock done sold out. Hey, pull up the Godfrey. Pull up the Godfrey thing.
Hey, Jason Whitlock, you know, you give Jason some ice. He said, no, the white man ice colder.
There you go. Take the call. Take the call. Hey, Shalom, caller. What's your name? Question, comment. Where you calling from?
Hey, Shalom. This is JD, calling from upstate New York.
Upstate.
Yes, sir. If Jason Whitlock and the Coons have a problem with sinners, imagine if they see Hang 'em High.
Right. Oh yeah, they'll cry. They would cry.
That's true.
Exactly. And add to that, the other black superhero we had was Luke Cage, but the farthest he could go was Harlem.
Right. All praises. All praises.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling in. JD. All right, press play on this. You got no sound.
And I left with a smile. I really did. But I'll talk about that on another video. I just want to counteract what Jason Whitlock said. Jason Whitlock is no stranger to criticism from us. It's okay to not like the movie. I know some friends that saw it, said, I liked it, I liked the way it was shot, but I'm not really into horror and stuff like that. That's cool. You don't have to like it. That's fine. This is what art is about. What Jason Whitlock, I felt as if he went to the movies just to shit on it because it got all this hype. It's doing very well, killing in the box office. It's an original script. Ryan Coogler has an amazing deal that I think only Tarantino has, and now he has it. He owns a lot of property. It's such a wonderful thing. Him and Michael B. Jordan together are just this dynamic force. And I think he went there just to shit on it. Because he said this was nakedly racist.
I found this movie, Sinners, to be the most nakedly racist movie that I've ever seen.
First of all, what the fuck does that mean? Nakedly? Is it openly racist? How was it racist, though?
Right.
There were people picking cotton in this movie.
Right.
It's the South. Black people are living in shacks.
Right.
It's poverty, right? It's still racism. It's
Godfrey knows something, man. Godfrey knows something.
It's Jim Crow. It's lynching. It's where is the racist part? This is really myopic shit, bro. You are a pro-hater, bro. You really are. Because you literally, what the fuck were you watching? Where you saw black people being racist. I don't understand. I think they pay you. Is there a coon track? Not a contract.
Damn.
Now this is what I want.
Track.
Now, Godfrey,
powerful niggardry at
Godfrey is a very well-known comedian. He's been doing this a long time. If you know anything about comedians, they are very, very smart. For you to be a comedian, you have to be very, very smart. You got to understand history. You got to understand culture. You got to understand timing. You got to understand a lot of stuff. Right. So when these men speak, now, granted, they still comedians, but they understand a lot of things. Now, when he said it's their contract, I was surprised he didn't bring this up. Our leaders are set up and appointed for us by our oppressor. The Bible speaks about it. I'm going to show you a book because a lot of y'all don't believe the Bible. So I'm going to show you a book. Pull that book up, please. And I want to show you that what he said is true. All right? Yep. Pull that up. There you go.
Uncle Tom. At the turn of the 20th century, the powerful industrialist Rockefeller family, seeking another more reliable workforce option than expensive unionized white labor, funded the efforts of Booker T. Washington to accommodate black labor to their place under a perpetual white authority.
So this was during a little bit after Reconstruction, all right? Our people were looking for jobs, they're looking for things. So he funded Booker T. Washington to get all the black people jobs, right?
Washington's acclaimed Tuskegee Institute was established and supported by the Rockefellers and others as a part of a larger white strategy to control over the American labor pool. At no time within that paradigm.
So if you don't know what's going on, Booker T. Washington, he had the Tuskegee school, and it was for farming, agriculture, mechanical. So Rockefeller donated a lot of money to that. So all their workers would work for him. Now, within that, it was not for them to grow up and have businesses for themselves so they can be self-sufficient. This is why they donated to their school and for those things. At no time.
Yes, sir. At no time within that paradigm were blacks to challenge the
all the money and resources they were given, it was not given for you to free yourself. It was given to you what? They were not to challenge.
The corrupt social.
Socially, you weren't to challenge the white man. Read.
Political.
Politically, you were not to challenge the white man.
Or economic.
Economically, you were not to challenge the white man.
Order to seek an independent black reality.
That is why they did it. So you did not seek these things. Keep reading. As blacks.
As blacks became impatient with their prescribed subservience, the ever-present stirring of self-determination, separatism, and black nationalism emerged as a popular theme among the restless black masses.
So they started to realize, man, we just working. We ain't got nothing for ourselves. We just being labor. Go ahead.
Whites responded.
The whites answered that call. The black man didn't create something for our people. The white man created something for our people. What did he create?
By establishing the NAACP.
Hold on. I thought that was for the national advancement of colored people. The white man created that? Yep. Go ahead.
As part of a stratagem to keep black protests safely within the confines of white political structures and institutions such as the courts. The media.
The what?
The courts. The media.
The media. Jason Whitlock is a part of the media. He is a puppet by the white man. Go ahead.
And the electoral process. Since the inception of the NAACP, a host of willing white contributors to the organization have installed an entire class of willing Negro.
Hold on. If you install, that means you pay these people and put them in positions. They installed an entire class of willing Negro administrators who what?
Who have accepted money.
Hold on, who have what?
Accepted money.
Who have accepted money. Remember what Bishop said, whoever pays the piper chooses the tune. Go ahead.
And instructions on where and how to lead the black masses.
You see that? These men are paid. They are paid to be in positions. Now,
paid coons.
I want to
That's
deal.
the coon track.
Yes, I want to deal with the reason why he's so upset about this movie. This book, I love this book. Go to where I got no racial loyalty. No racial loyalty.
There it is. Page 181.
Yep. Pull that up.
Let's go.
It's gonna show you exactly why Jason Whitlock is the way he is. Y'all got it?
There it is. Pamela.
Yep.
Pamela Newkirk calls these journalists.
He's a journalist. Remember, he started off as a sports journalist.
The ultimate outsiders. Embraced neither by members of their race.
When you are a journalist, you ain't accepted by your own people because you got to write about them. Read.
Nor by the industry.
By the industry. They don't care about you either. The only reason why they let you do it because they don't want to be seen unbiased. So you got to sell your own people out. And then the people that you work for, they don't give a damn about you either. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Nor by the industry in which they work. It has been the exceptional individual who has the ability to serve white interests.
They serve white interests
without compromising these of blacks. To succeed in their environment.
That's what it's saying. To succeed in this environment.
She concludes often requires. There it is. Yep.
Pull it up. Hold on. I want them to see this. It's very important. And this is why Jason Whitlock was the first time we heard of racial idolatry.
Right.
It's going to explain exactly why. Go to the next picture, y'all. Come on, IT. Damn. There you go.
All right. So it requires The surrendering of racial loyalty.
The opposite of racial loyalty is when you call somebody that is loyal to your race, you say that they are idolatrous. This is what happens to our people. They surrendered their racial loyalty so that they can succeed in a white society.
That's him.
Yep.
That's
doing
him.
their job.
Go ahead, reporter.
Reporter Dorothy Gilliam asked, if we must totally check our cultural and historical identities at the door.
That's what he did. How can you watch a movie based upon sharecropping in the dirty South and say that it's racist? Because you rendered your cultural and historical identity at the door. You left all that at the door. You left all the lynching, all the sharecropping, all the improper arrest. You left all that at the door. You say, no, I don't want to see that. Read.
How much do we really bring to these workplaces?
They don't bring a damn thing to the workplace. You just another white man. You have become your oppressor. Go ahead, Cap.
Isaiah 28:15, man, that's him. Dead on.
Let's go.
Another reason why he like Pastor Dow too. Because Pastor Dow is under the same butt-sniffing Edomite doctrine. Of everybody can come in under Israel. We take the call first.
Hey, Shalom, caller. What's your name? Question or comment? Where you calling from?
Shalom, lot of mercy.
Hey, brother Cole.
Cole Freeman.
Yeah, just call with a little humor about the topic I talking on.
Right.
I think E is missing in between wit and lock.
The white lock.
White lock. Yeah, that's his new name. That's his new name. Okay, guys. He's not Whitlock anymore. He's Whitlock.
Yeah, I like that.
Locked in for the white people. He's locked in for the white man.
Yeah, praise Shalom.
Praise Shalom.
That's a good one. Yeah, Isaiah 28 and verse 15. This is what Whitlock did.
The book of Isaiah 28 and verse 15. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement.
That's the Coon track. Right. He made a covenant with death and with hell. Read on.
When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us.
He think he gonna get saved with the white man when the Most High come and killed him. He ain't getting saved. Neither is them or he. Read.
For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves.
Whitlock has made lies his refuge, like the scriptures say, and he hid himself under the white man.
Yep.
Jason Whitlock, locked in with the white man.
Whitlock.
Right.
Damn. So, take that off. Finish that video with Godfrey.
Coon track that you have, there's a lot of you out there. There's a lot of you black people that literally, I swear, you're paid by somebody.
They are paid
of a higher power.
They are
sends
paid.
you niggas out there to fuck black progress up.
That's
like
what
they
they
did
do.
the Black Panthers, like that fucking coon that infiltrated the Black Panthers and got Fred Hampton killed. Like the people that fucked up SNCC with Stokely Carmichael. All the different groups that black people tried to do to progress, even the gangs, were first started off as things to help the black community. Well, infiltrators, black people that acted as gang members came in and fucked things up too to start fights amongst people. Like with this Ibrahim Traore from Burkina Faso, who's doing such a wonderful job. There's other leaders from Senegal and Mali that are kicking out the French. You know they're trying to send some other kind of traitors to come in like that. What is it? The General Langley, who had the nerve to call Traore a corrupter, another coon. Yeah, a 5-star coon. He ain't no general. You a general handkerchief head ass nigga.
Damn.
There's got to be a coon gene. There has to be a coon gene. Why do you hate black freedom? Why do you hate black progress and positivity? Why do you hate it? It has to be a brain disease. So I saw the movie Sinners.
Take it off.
They got bit by that vampire.
Right. They got bit by the vampire. There you go. So exactly what Cap just brought out in Isaiah 28. A lot of our people have made a covenant with the slave master. They give me Luke 11, and John 11 and 47. This is Jason Whitlock. This is a lot of you Negroes. This is General Langley. This is all you Negroes that sold out our forefathers over there in Africa throughout the years. that have sold out your own people. There's a president. The president of Cameroon been the president for 40 years. 40 years as the president, and nobody can beat him. He's an old man. How is that? He made a covenant with France. They make sure ain't nobody else gonna get put in. He's good. You got that?
Yes, sir.
Read that.
The book of John, chapter 11 and verse 47. Then gathered the chief priests.
The chief priests.
And the Pharisees.
And the Pharisees.
A council. And said, what do we? For this man doeth many miracles.
This the key part.
If we let him thus alone.
If we let him just alone, read.
All men will believe on him. And the Romans.
And what?
The Romans.
The Romans is the Americans. Right. That's why Negroes cannot leave IUIC alone. Right. Because guess what? They getting pressured from America. Y'all do y'all need us to take these niggas out? We've been giving y'all 20 years to handle them. Right. It's gonna get to the point they're gonna be like, yeah, we can't do it. The white man gonna say, all right, enough. Right. We'll send the war dogs in. We'll get it done. But right now we got grace. We able to handle it. We able to teach on the streets and do what we need to do. But understand, you Negroes, y'all not stopping what's going on. Right. And y'all ain't touching us until God allow you to touch us. Understand that? Read it again.
Yes, sir. If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him. And the Romans, read, shall come and take away both our place and nation.
You see that? That's what Jason Whitlock saying. He said, man, if this type of imagery gets out, black people gonna start loving each other.
Right.
They gonna start loving themselves. And then the white man gonna remove me. Right. They gonna have black media.
Right.
It's gonna be real journalists. I don't know. I gotta do something. I gotta do something. Let me see. What can I do? What can I do?
Right.
Hey, so we're going to take a quick commercial break, y'all, and we're going to be right back. Put on that wine and whiskey. Hey, if y'all ain't got the album Tents of Judah, man, this album is fire. The first ever country album. It's heat, it's heat, it's heat. Press play on that.
Sanctuary is closed, partner. You don't see what's going on outside. You again. All right. Give me a double. Yeah, I know exactly what you want.
Now flying.
In the beginning, we wasn't sinning at all. Then came them women, we began to struggle, we lust and we fall. Life was eternal, then we started to lose. To make matters worse, we put her first, then added the booze. If you come too near her, then she'll bite you and leave you there. How I'm talking all about that whiskey and women. They'll lead you to fall. They'll have you climbing every mountain, shining the ocean. They won't catch you when you fall. They dangerous, 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 dangerous. I'm talking all about that whiskey and women. They lead you to fall. They dangerous. More count your blessings, not take heed or learn your lesson, 'cause you're about to put your life on the line. Now there's some hard times coming. If you don't get to running, you'll be caught up in her trap till you die. Put down that drink, now sober up and don't be faded. I need you to trust me, they'll take all your money. Gird on up, I'm warning you, this time to wake up and overcome that war inside. If you come too near her, then she'll bite you and leave you dead. I'm talking all about that whiskey and women. They'll lead you to fall. They'll have you climbing every mountain. You'll drown in the ocean. They won't catch you when you fall. They dangerous, 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 dangerous. I'm talking all about them whiskey and women. They'll lead you to fall. They dangerous, 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 dangerous. Ain't about to waste no time. We gon' praise the Most High.
Dance all night to this. Put away your pride with this. We gon' praise the Most High with this. Chairs gon' ride to this. Dance all night to this. Put away your pride with this. We gon' praise the Most High with this. Chairs gon' ride to this. Now move, 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 move. Just move, smooth, 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 smooth.
Too smooth on a new moon. Vibe with you real, vibe with you Jews. Juice step, go ahead and vow to it. You on a mission, go ahead and ride to it. You and I, T, while we on a Jew vibe. Doing my shoe step, got a new slide. Ain't tryna dance, the slide to the side. Going true step, find your vibe. Praise the Most High, dance all night. Use your talents, shine your light. Strong in the Lord, the power of His might. Just move to the left or move to the right. Just
dance all night to this. Put away your pride with this. We gon' praise the Most High with this. Chairs gon' ride to this. Dance all night to this. Put away your pride with this. We gon' praise the Most High with this. Chairs gon' ride to this. Now move, 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 move. Just move, smooth, 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 smooth.
Hey, unfortunately, man, I don't see your name on the list, so I won't be able to let you in.
About to kill him tonight.
Your name's
Shalom,
on the list.
I can't let you in. About to kill him tonight, my guy.
No, hold on, brother. Hold on. Where you going? Step back over here, brother. Where you going?
What's going on, my guy?
Where you going, man?
I'm trying to get into school,
Trying
man.
to get in. What's your name?
I'm trying to get in for the new moon, my guy.
Okay.
New moons. You see it in the sky? Look how clear it is.
The moons.
You see the boots?
The boots.
Boots and moons go together, bro. Juice step time, baby. Let's go.
Brother, stop that. Brother, hey, what's your name, first of all?
What you mean, bro?
What's your name?
I sent my travel request out, bro.
You saying travel request?
Yeah.
What school you from?
I'm trying to get into this school. That's the school I'm from.
Nah, brother.
Hey, y'all brothers trying to get in?
Yes, we're trying to get in. Hold on, man.
But I'm just trying to get in before them.
Did you send his travel request?
I don't know nothing about that. Inside.
No, I can't let you in.
Over here?
Go on the back of the line.
What?
Go on the back of the line for me.
About that?
Yeah, right there. All the way back there.
Brother,
you keep walking. Keep walking.
And I'm loving the way that you juice step. Everybody get in line, do your juice step. It's a whole different vibe from the two-step. The fifth book of Moses, we the best. And I'm loving the way that you juice step. Everybody get in line, do your juice step. It's a whole different vibe from the two-step. Hey, 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 juice step.
Now move.
Just smooth. We gon' move. We just smooth. Hey, juice step. Purging my sins with the Bible. I'm in control how my life go. And following the trends of the white folk. This my time and I'm gonna fly away. On the right track, I got the right away. Yeah. Juice step, way more different than the two-step. Juice step, way more different than the two-step.
Dance all night to this. Put away your pride with this. We gon' praise the Most High with this. Cheers gon' ride to this. Dance all night to this. Put away your pride with this. We gon' praise the Most High with this. Cheers gon' ride to this. Now move. Just move.
Yeah, man, y'all not on the list, man. Brothers, y'all not.
Right. Come on, man. That's time.
Captain Simmons, get inside.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, let's get in here. Hey, what you doing? Hey, what's going on? Let me in, man. New moon. It's all right. I just stepped you by myself, man. Hold on. I know it's something like this, right? Two-step, juice-step, baby. Let's go.
Move to the right. Now move to the left.
All right, all praise. We back. Let me see what we have. We got 30 minutes left. I want to go to that video with that pastor, that woman pastor. Let me see what I had. Number 5,
Paula.
4B. Let me see.
A black pope, huh?
Go to video number 5.
Nigga was back to sleep.
Was that video number 5? No, that ain't video number 5, is it?
I think you wanted 7, Cap. Video 7?
I know.
Paula Price?
That was number 5? What's 5? Let me click on it. Yeah, pull up video number 5, y'all. Come on, man.
5 guys.
Why am I looking at King Leopold? So we was just dealing with racial loyalty. And we're going to show you in real life effect that we got people that hate their own race.
Right.
They hate their own race for a reason. There we go. All right. So this is 2 pastors. They sitting up there with a white man. I don't know where this is from. I don't know if this is a conference or what. I don't know what's going on. But what I do know is the message that they're trying to push. And they're coming against the Israelites, as always. So press play on that.
With the human general. People are talking about black Israelite and this and that and want to make Jesus white and want to make him a lot of different things. You didn't go back far enough.
Pause.
If I read my Bible.
So notice they saying black Israelite. Everybody want to come against the Israelites.
Right.
We making noise on the earth.
That's
Understand that.
That's right.
Nobody cares about Christianity and your white Jesus. Y'all ain't making no noise. Y'all ain't causing no problems on the earth. You ain't shaking up a damn thing.
Right.
Give me that Acts 4 real quick. Acts 4. They got conferences. They in churches. Everybody got something to say about the Israelites.
Right.
And y'all can't knock nothing that we saying biblically. So his message is, we ain't going back far enough if you worrying about the color of Christ. We gonna show that's wrong. But here we go, Acts 4 real quick. 25, I think it is.
Yes, sir. Acts chapter 4, verse 25. Who by the mouth of thy servant David has said, why did the heathen rage?
Why do the heathen rage? Why do these other nations rage? Anything we put up, they want to comment. Vocab, the second you put a video up, 2 seconds later, he got a commentary on it. The second Captain Hoshai put a book up, he got a commentary on it. Right. The second we put a music video, he got, the heathen are raging. France shut us down. They issued a decree so we can't come together.
Right.
So who is this talking about? This ain't talking about the Christian church.
Right.
Y'all not fulfilling these scriptures. Go ahead.
And the people imagine a vain thing.
The people imagine a vain thing. Read.
The kings of the earth stood up.
Read.
And the rulers were gathered together.
Against who?
Against the Lord.
That's what they don't understand. Y'all fighting against Christ. Y'all ain't fighting against us. You fighting against Christ. Read.
And against his Christ. For of a truth, against thy holy child Jesus.
Read.
Whom thou hast anointed, both Herod and Pontius Pilate with the Gentiles. And the people of Israel.
And the people of Israel. Right here. Put that on the screen. I want them to see that. This is the other nations joining together with Israel to come against us. You see that peck of wood on the far left? They together with Esau on the stage. And look, Esau going to be smiling the whole time. I got these Negroes doing my bidding. Y'all are dumb.
Crazy.
Why y'all so dumb to be doing the bidding of your slave master?
Stop being
you got
a damn
Jason
fool.
Whitlock on his platform. Now you got these niggas. Man, it's sad. It's sad. Go ahead, press play though.
Bible right, the human genome has its convergence in our historical past on a boat with a man named Noah and 3 sons.
Pause.
Sharing the same.
So he going back to Noah. He's saying Noah was the first man. He's saying it don't matter if you're an Israelite. They go back to Noah. Huh? What? Go ahead. Keep going.
Crazy.
Genome. That means I don't care whether you call yourself a black Israelite, a white Aryan, or a supremacist, or whatever you call yourself to give yourself ideological supremacy over another human genetic creation. It doesn't matter. Only 8 people got on the boat, and of the 8 people who
Look at Esau smiling. Look at Esau smiling.
He's smiling the whole time.
And so
pause. So he said we all come from Noah.
Right.
Bro, we all come from Noah.
What
scripture is he pulling?
None.
Damn.
None. Now listen. Go ahead, press play.
Terrible.
And you go beyond Noah and you come up with a man named Adam. So it doesn't matter how you divide according to pigment. The reality is all of us are related in humankind. And only in Christ are you related as a new creation in Christ Jesus. So I say there's 2 people in the earth, those that are born again and those who are not born again.
That's not in the Bible. That's not in the Bible. You see, y'all listen to these dumb pastors with their smooth speech.
Right.
Now,
go get it, man. Gotta get it, man.
Yes.
Second Ezra.
Yes.
Get
Go
it.
ahead. Go ahead. Because he talking about Adam. And he think because he said Adam, oh, you good now. Yeah, we all come from Adam. And guess what? After Adam, things changed. And after Noah, things changed. And he kept defining who he was going to choose. But go ahead and read that.
Sir. Second Ezra
6:54.
Yes, sir. It's 7.
Second,
Chapter 6, verse 54.
ahead,
And
Captain,
after these, Adam also.
Oh, there go that name, Adam. He said it.
Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures. Of him come we all.
Just like the Coon said with that Sonic Coon track. We all come from Adam, right? Get read on.
And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
And the people whom thou have chosen. Who did he choose? He chose the Israelites. Keep reading.
And this have I spoken before thee, O Lord.
All right.
Because thou hast made us the world for our sakes.
For the Israelites.
As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing.
So the peck of wood that he's sitting next to, the Bible said that he is nothing.
Right.
Straight from Adam. So these people, man, they don't believe in the Bible.
Right.
Not at all.
That's in
Can I get
Deuteronomy
one?
too.
Bring it out.
Hey, go to Luke 6, verse 26, because like Cat was mentioning, If we so irrelevant, why y'all keep talking about it? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is so much attention being put on the Israelites? Why you're not showing us on the news?
There you go.
Why they got conference after conference?
Right.
Why, like, if we so irrelevant for something that ain't irrelevant, you would think that, all right, they ain't even nothing to worry about. But they keep us in our mouth and on the headlines, right? Read that.
Luke chapter 6, verse 26.
Yep, go ahead.
Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you.
Right. So these are to the false prophets, right? To the pastors out there. Woe to you when all men shall speak well of you. The prophets went out to Kenya, they got stoned, right? You got our people, wherever we at on the streets, we get pushed back. These things happen because we are the guys. The same thing Christ says is going to happen to him is going to happen to his servants, right? Read on.
For so did their fathers to the false prophets.
Right. The false prophets, they speak well of.
Right.
But the men of God, they hate it. Why? Because we teaching the word of God and we got the spirit of Christ in us.
Right.
That's right.
Praise. Excellent precept. So he said, you go back to Adam. We already killed the Adam. But go to Isaiah 40 and 15 real quick. 40 and 15 and 17. These people don't read the Bible. He said there's only saved and unsaved. That ain't in the Bible.
Right.
That ain't in the Bible. Paul said in Romans 10, my heart's desire is that Israel be saved.
Right.
That's what he said.
Right.
In Revelation 7, it said 144,000 sealed of the nation of Israel.
Right.
Christ said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Right.
He didn't say to the lost that wasn't saved. No, he didn't say that. Stop remixing the Bible. Go ahead. You got that?
Yes, sir. Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 15. Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket.
These other nations are as a drop of a bucket. Read.
And are counted as the small dust of the balance. Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing.
Jump to 17.
All nations before him are as nothing.
All nations before him are as nothing. Read.
And they are counted to him less than nothing.
Hold on, they counted what?
Less than nothing.
That means the other nations got a negative bank account. They in overdraft with God. They got an overdraft fee they got to pay with God before they can even be on the scene. Understand that. So what is he talking about? Go ahead, press play on the video.
Let's talk race. If you're going to talk race, you have to talk the race of the new man versus the old man born out of Adam. And there's only one way to get into the new man, and I just got to say it for the record. There's no other name under heaven whereby men can be saved except the name of Jesus.
No Bible.
He said nothing.
No Bible. No scripture. He said race don't matter.
Right.
Okay, give me Matthew 15:24 real quick. Race does matter. And matter of fact, give me Matthew 1 and 21 first. Dealing with race. And before you even go there, gosh doggone, it's so much.
Rock 26, sir?
Hold on.
Bring it out.
Hold on. Because the reason, and notice he brought up race. Y'all see that, right?
Right.
He brought up race and he wanted to deny his race. That's what he wants to do. They hate when people actually know who they are. Pull up the where it says they deny Christ following Christianity. It's it was a book excerpt.
Oh yeah, from Uncle Tom.
It's from right here. I'm gonna show you why they teach the way they teach and why they must deal with us. They hate dealing with us, but they got to. Yep.
All right. Yes, sir. It says, of course, none of these protestations of nonviolence stop the Christian Negro clergy from sending their own black youth to join the armed services to fight the white man's international enemies.
So we always say turn the other cheek, God loves everybody, so on and so forth. But when the white man during World War I and World War II, the white man didn't turn the other cheek.
At all.
The white man went to war with his enemy.
Right.
He dropped bombs on his enemy.
Right.
And guess who was fighting in his wars? The black Christian.
Right.
Ain't none of y'all say God loves everybody then.
Right.
When we went to Iraq just 20 years ago, nobody said turn the other cheek. God loves everybody.
Right.
They said pass the ammo.
Right. You know what you did? You did exactly what your white man did. He said we going to war. Yes, sir, master, we going to war. You ain't stand on your beliefs because you ain't got no beliefs. Your belief is whatever that white man tell you. Go ahead.
They watched without protest and most often with approval when the United States government sends troops abroad, not to pray with or for its enemy, for to hold hands and sway to, we shall overcome.
Right, the white man don't deal like that. Right. The white man don't deal like that. Go ahead.
Not to picket or sit in, not even to overcome its enemy's hatred for America with demonstrations of American love. But instead,
this is how the white man fight his enemies. But instead, they what?
To carpet bomb.
They carpet bomb
its adversaries with laser-guided cruise missiles with the stated goal of returning them to the Stone Age. And when his beloved white brothers threaten to shed his blood.
Now, on the contrary side, when the white man want to shed your blood, let's see what you do.
Even the apostle of nonviolence, the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr., applied for a gun permit.
Right. Martin Luther King tried to get a gun. He's like, these people are the devil. Go ahead.
He was denied. These Negro leaders have developed a practice and peculiar form of Negro misogynism, where instead of undertaking to relieve the suffering of the masses.
Right. Instead of relieving the Negro masses, what do?
They've actually prescribed suffering for the black race, which they believe to be a prelude to the provisionally determined holy redemption.
Right. They think they're going to be redeemed because they love the white man. Right. Go ahead.
Anti-ethical to this plan style Christianity was the conduct of none other than Jesus himself.
So he said, contrary, Jesus did not teach this doctrine that the white man teaches. The same doctrine that the black pastor teaches today, Christ did not teach it. God loves everybody. We don't have no race. There's only sinners and non-sinners. Christ never taught this stuff.
That's
Go ahead.
right.
Who had an altogether different disposition.
Christ had an altogether different disposition. Read.
Jesus spoke of trading clothes for weapons.
Right. He said it's time to read that Luke 22 real quick. Read it real quick. Luke 22 and 36. Yeah.
Right.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Yes, Luke chapter 22 and verse 36. Then said he unto them, but now he that has a purse, let him take it.
Read.
And likewise his scrip. And he that hath no sword, let him sell his garment and buy one.
You see that? Sell your garment and get you a sword. It's time for war.
Right.
That's what Christ was on. Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Go back to the book. And he promised.
Yes, sir. And he promised to return to the world, not to send peace on earth.
That's what they teach. Right. That's what they teach. Read.
But to make war with the world.
To make war with the world.
Brandishing a sword.
Read.
In Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. What's more, his preaching targeted the state's rulers for divine destruction.
Christ taught about destruction.
Right.
And rebuked the religious authorities. These are actions the Uncle Tom would never take.
You see that? These pastors would never go against their white masters. They would never talk about American government.
Right.
Go ahead.
Even especially on his own behalf. And it is here that the modern American Uncle Tom, despite the sanctified pulpit that the modern American, I read it again. Modern American Uncle Tom, despite the sanctified pulpit pronouncements actually departed from the philosophy of Jesus Christ.
They left the philosophy of Jesus Christ
and went the way of Stowe's beloved slave, Uncle Tom.
They have changed the gospel. Give me that in Galatians 1 about another gospel. Right. This stuff that they be, and notice, like all y'all said, he didn't bring up one scripture. Right. This was all off the top of his head. What the white man taught him. You got it?
Yes, sir. Galatians chapter 1 and verse 6. I marvel that ye are so soon removed from him that called you into the grace of Christ unto another gospel.
You see that? These people teaching another gospel.
Right.
How you sitting up there with the same man that raped you, robbed you, murdered you, enslaved you? Come on, man. You sitting up here defending him?
Ain't no way, boy.
Ain't no way. Go ahead.
Which is not another. But there be some that trouble you.
Read.
And would pervert the gospel of Christ. Pervert the gospel of Christ.
That's what y'all seeing.
Right.
These men are perverting the gospel. Why? So they can appease the white man.
Yep.
That's why they got him up there. He want to be right next to the white man.
Hey, Cap, I was going to say that too. That look, you remember the images of when we was in slavery, whenever we had church, you always had a white man, the slave master, right there in the corner, governing, making sure that the coon, making sure he following the guidelines.
There you go, 100%. Go back to the thing. Go back to the thing, the video. Go back to the video. I think that was it on that one. Go to the next one.
Dumb lady.
Yeah, because the lady tried to say something too. They all trying to come at us.
Right.
Go ahead.
You want that, Cap?
Yep.
That's the point. According to science and genetics, your heritage or your nativity comes from three things.
Pause.
Whoa.
She said your heritage and nativity comes from three things. Hold on.
Okay.
The Bible say you get your lineage from your father.
Right.
That's right.
That's why these pastors don't know the Bible
at all.
That's why Paul said this is a new gospel. These people are corrupting the gospel. Go ahead, press play. This is crazy, y'all.
And whoever they are. Number two, they come from the dirt.
What is she saying?
When America was founded,
Look at the white man.
He's confused. Like,
from that day to this day, they can do something that was not possible before.
Hold on, Auntie. Can y'all go back? Go back. I want y'all to hear this dirt doctrine.
The dirt doctrine.
Dirt in the blood.
Go ahead, press play.
I need you to shut the hell up.
The dirt in the bloodline.
When America was founded, we were just founded constitutionally. But from that day to this day, they can do something that was not possible before. You know what that is? They can identify American blood. They couldn't identify. We didn't have it. Now,
pause. So you saying we was born in 1776?
Damn.
The black man was born in 1776. The American was born in... No, this lady is dumb as hell, bro.
Wow.
This is what y'all listening to.
Cap, I think it's like what Bishop mentions. The modern day black Christian was made in America.
There you
It's
go.
a laboratory. That's what she's like.
But what they don't understand is a whole nation of people wasn't born
Correct.
there. They came from France.
Right.
They came from Britain. They came from Europe. We came from Africa. We came from Israel.
Right.
Oh my goodness. That's why they called this what? The New World.
Right.
The land was new, so to speak, but it's the same people. They just came to the other side of the earth.
Right.
That's why what? You got the French Quarter. Why is it called the French Quarter in New Orleans? Because that's where the French were.
Yeah.
Duh. Why they call it Chinatown? Because they came from China.
Right.
These people are dumb.
Stop
Christians
being a damn
are dumb.
fool.
Go ahead, press play.
thing is a black American, and trust us, we black, we know they don't call us black in Africa, they don't call us black in the Caribbean, they don't call us black. We are not black. We are a brand new species.
Pause.
What?
You see that?
What she said?
She said we're a brand new species.
Wow.
She said the black man here in America is a brand new. Do anybody got the Zondervan by any chance? Do anybody got the Zondervan?
Get it.
Come on. Maybe y'all got the screenshot saved somewhere, IT. Do y'all got the Zondervan on Ham? Please tell me y'all got that
technically,
saved.
based on what bishops say, we were created in a laboratory, so I guess we are.
Oh my God! She said we are brand new species. So black people history is only 300 years old.
That's crazy.
We the only people on the earth 300 years old.
Wow.
No way.
This is crazy, man. This
Boy,
is
ain't no way,
crazy.
boy.
Ham.
Yep. Got you right here.
Go ahead, read that, please. Because she said we weren't called black or Negro before. Black Americans, that just started. Negro just started. No. What book you reading?
Right.
They called us Negroes way back. Way back. And Negro means what? Black.
Right.
That's what it means. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. This is from the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. Ham, the youngest son of Noah.
Ham was the youngest son of Noah.
Born probably about 96 years before the flood.
So hold on. We go all the way back to before the flood. What the hell is she talking about a new species? Go ahead.
And one of 8 persons to live through the flood.
Oh, so we was on the boats with Noah. Go ahead.
He became the progenitor of the dark races.
So now we're going to find out where the dark races come from. Read.
Not the Negroes.
Hold on. Not what?
Not the Negroes.
All the way back then, they identified us as Negroes, colored, blacks. Go ahead.
But the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites.
So we always have been different,
than the other dark nations.
Right.
The Israelites are a special lineage.
Right.
Understand that. Go ahead, press play on the video.
Because we are black Americans, and they will, in our bloodline, they cannot find anything called a pure African American. You understand? And I'm not telling you because you know how these battles were, you know, all of that. I'm trying to tell you, your blood, your nativity comes from your blood, your parents' genes, and the dust of the ground. Once we started dying and becoming part of the dirt, our bloodshed, civil war, all of those kind of things, something called American blood was born.
Way,
Bruh, these people are crazy.
Somebody call American.
Where's this at in the Bible?
Damn.
Bruh, people they just talk and make stuff up.
Yeah.
America.
Look at it. Go ahead.
American blood.
Hey, get a Ecclesiastes 4:16,
Oh my
please.
goodness, bruh.
They making up stuff.
They
now.
just making up stuff.
What is happening right now? Hey, read that.
My
Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 16.
Yep.
There is no end of all the people.
There is what? Read it again.
No end of all the people.
Read on.
Even of all that have been before them.
There is no end of all the people.
Right.
So what are you talking about in the Civil War?
Right.
We started dying off, and now we made up American blood. These pastors, or whatever, I don't know. Is she a pastor?
Yeah,
right?
she a pastor.
These pastors don't know the Bible, man.
They don't know the Bible.
You can tell by Esau's expression that he's amazed by the level of coonery that's happening right
there you
now.
Go.
Everybody confused.
There you go. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I don't know what happened. Yeah, she said something that was heavy though. She's like, you won't find the lineage of African American. Why? Because the African American don't exist because we're the Israelites. Can I get Deuteronomy 28:37? Because this is what happened. We have been disconnected from our heritage, and that's why they can't. They know who we are, but they don't want to tell us who we are, right? Because we're under the curses because we broke God's commandments.
Right.
There you go.
Break it out.
You got to read it.
I got you. Deuteronomy 32, verse 7. Remember the days of old.
Oh, no,
28:37.
28:37.
My bad. 28:37. Deuteronomy 28, verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations whither the Lord shall lead thee.
So we were driven from the west coast of Africa into America, and when we were brought here, we instead of being called the Israelites, instead of being calling Judah, Benjamin, Levi, we end up being calling what? African American. Yeah, African American is a new thing on the earth, but our lineage goes back to the 12 tribes of Israel.
Hey, that's right. Go back to the start of this video. They said they couldn't hear the lady online, so turn the volume up so they can hear. We're going to let it go all the way through, y'all. Go ahead. Turn up. Turn up. Turn it up.
According to science and genetics, your heritage or your nativity comes from three things. Number one, obviously your parents' genes and whoever they are. Number two, they come from the dirt and the bloodline. When America was founded, we were just founded constitutionally. But from that day to this day, they can do something that was not possible before. And you know what that is? They can identify American blood. They couldn't identify it. We didn't have it. Now, there was no such thing as a black American. And trust us, we black, we know. They don't call us black in Africa. They don't call us black in the Caribbean. They don't call us black. We are not black. We are a brand new species.
Wow.
Brand new species.
She's proving why the yokes of iron were taken off our neck, like it says in the scriptures, and we're destroyed.
African American. You understand? And I'm not telling you this because you know how these battles were, you know, all of that. But I'm trying to tell you, your blood, your nativity comes from your blood, your parents' genes, and the dust of the ground. Once we started dying and becoming part of the dirt, our bloodshed, civil war, all of those kind of things, something called
dumbest thing I ever heard.
So,
hold on, let him finish.
The Germans totally identify their people by blood. You're not a German constitution. You don't have a constitutional German. We have constitutional Americans. And so all of this is important when you're standing against darkness who's trying to tell us that we're inferior or that, oh, there's no such thing as American. They could not find American blood. There was no such thing as American blood until, what,
50, 70, 100 years of us dying in wars and killing and being killed and all of that. We don't even talk about, he just talked about that piece of Irish that's in him, with us being mixed up. And when I talk about that, I say that because we might have been brought here as slaves, but that ended up being our redemption.
Pause! You see that?
That's cool.
You see that? She cooning. She
That's the
cooning.
redemption, bro.
Go ahead, let it play, let it play.
The Lord Jesus Christ. Otherwise, we wouldn't be. And so those of you all I'm watching, talking to you guys with this whole Black Hebrew stuff, I'm trying to tell you.
Look at that, and look at the cool man shaking his head like, yep. Yep.
That if you are weighing Jesus and trying to figure him out according to race and ethnicity, he is not God to you. Because if he is God, he is every gene, he's every chromosome.
Look at the white man. Look at the white man.
He's every race, he's every bloodline.
You know, the black man down there, see?
Why? When he rose from the dead, they thought he was the gardener.
They thought he was a gardener.
What Bible you reading?
So,
wow.
Hey, it's 8:57. We're going to deal with that. Hey, y'all make sure y'all tune in Tuesday. The Avengers Mic'd Up podcast. We're going to deal with racial loyalty. But as y'all see, the Christian church is full of hoopla. You got black women don't know what the hell they talking about. Man, that was a pretty bad breakdown.
That was terrible.
That was a pretty bad breakdown right there.
Might have been the worst I've ever seen in my life.
Golly. It don't get too much worse than that. But, hey, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. It's 8:58. We got Wisdom Crieth Out coming on next. Want to give a shout out to IT, Officer Ava, Officer Duell, Officer Yuri. Who else back there? Shout out to Soldier Baruch. Shout out to the cast. Right. Officer Eleazar, Officer Daniel, Officer Stein, Captain Michael. Shout out to the bishops, the deacons, the captains, the soldiers, the officers. All praise to the Most High, the brothers of MOV. Shout out to MOV for setting up the stage. Shout out to the security, everybody else all across the world. Hey, tune in to Wisdom Crieth Out.
That's right.
Like again, shout out again. Tuesday night, we got the Mic'd Up Avengers podcast. We're going to deal with a lot of that stuff y'all just heard right there with racial idolatry. With that, we say shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
What is the nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family.